Just for this video starts, I just want to say that I do not condone or accept anything that was contained inside of the docs or condone it. Okay, so right here, they dropped this document about a week ago that, with the message, it's come to my attention that ULC is under a great security issue, blah, 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 blah. This is a week ago, this is known. They didn't say the game was canceled, but there is servers right now that are targeting the game, like with exploits and such, and no, all that type of stuff. So let me switch over to the so usually I wouldn't bust out the mic for any occasion, but I kind of wanted to make a different type of video going over the stuff in the community, since I'm not I'm not too involved with the community. I kind of just make videos on the game sometimes because that's what's good. That's what's getting attraction right now. But I've never really delved deep into the community until reading all this stuff. But anyway, it's got stuff like, the normal stuff you'd see in this type of document. But it starts with, hello ULC community, this is your Paranoia Joe 22, blah blah blah. It's come to my attention in recent days that the KFC Bucket Group has been notorious within the Undertale Roblox community for targeting popular games. Their exploits, for in their own words, a good cause, has been working with several users within the Undertale Roblox community to blackmail ULC developers with faulty accusations into using a backdoor to obtain ULC's game file. Okay, so their end goal here is obviously to obtain the game file. They're going to use any method necessary. Commonly you'll see blackmail, these types of things. So that's what they're going to go for. And apparently they've been working with some people. There's been some snakes in communities and such, which is fun and all. But next he says, originally I had believed this to simply be just an attack on ULC staff out of some petty reason, but I have solid proof to claim and prove that this is not the case, and that the reasoning runs deeper than simply people who do not like ULC. Without wasting any more time, I'll begin explaining, providing evidence for the situation. So I should make another warning that there's slurs in here. I think I'm gonna blur the slurs and such, common sense stuff, but you've been warned that this still follows. This section here, this is KFC Bucket Group relation to Final Showdown and their proof of blackmail. These docs are about a week old, so I am late and I'm not sure. I think this was debunked actually, but I'm not too sure on that. Relevant to mention first that KFC Bucket has already successfully extorted UFS and paying a large sum under threat of leaking their game files, and they're now attempting to blackmail ULC devs into handing over the file. If they do that, they wouldn't really be able to be exposed because they could just blackmail them with the file. But once they realized they couldn't get their hands on the Roblox file, they settled for the next best thing, for a semi-improvised exposure document on multiple ULC developers using insufficient and vague evidence does not demand action to be taken. Below depicted are several screenshots of a KFC Bucket associate publicly admitting in general chats of UFS they're being given immunity from UFS due to having the game file and being able to leak it on a whim. So anyway, here's this guy. This guy is also he's associated with KFC, but apparently they've got the game file hostage, all the scripts, all the models, everything down to its very complex UFSian systems. But anyways, also monitors will unban me either way because I have the game file hostage, and they unban me the first 2 times. So yeah, they're kind of just taunting randoms with this information, because at any time they could just leak the files. Because nothing phases them once you have a game file of the owner's game and such. This is the owner, browse save protector. I don't like name drops, but there's a bunch of name drops in this doc. The owner of us admitting that he made a deal with KFC Bucket, a one-off payment to not have the file leaked. Common dealing that KFC Bucket usually has with the game's owners that they leak. They usually ask for money so that they don't leak their game files and such. So I guess this is just another one of those situations. He did pay off KFC to not release the file, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I can't really I can't blame him. you can't really blame them. I mean, they've got your entire game hostage. If they're willing to make a deal with you, because they've compromised your stuff. I mean, what else? What other choice do you have at that point? But I mean, you could try negotiating it down, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, the document as of writing has not been yet released to the public, as been in the works for several days, to my knowledge. Their main angle is that KFC Bucket is targeting Undertale's corridor for shielding pedophiles, while ignoring the fact that I, UC's owner, didn't know about prior accusations, and even then couldn't provide substantial evidence against the accused. Next, I provide evidence that I did not actually have the UFS file. Quote, just trying to create distrust within the development team. So this is the same guy from before, but apparently they never had the game file, and they're just trying to cause a mess within the team, trying to cause people to believe that people were leaking in the file and such, when I guess it wasn't be true. And he says that they're going to be blackmailing subscribers with promises of exclusion from the document if they insert a backfill into the game, which is also a lot. So their dawg is it's a motivation behind it is blackmail, so they can cause confusion within the devs and probably blackmail them to create a backfill with the dawg. I think something like that. This also confirms that they're using the document as blackmail rather than self-proclaimed purpose of outing incriminated staff. So they just want ULC gone. They don't want money, but they're going to try to insert a backdoor script with the works like new Crosswords band script. That's too harsh, so I won't be doing it. But Netherlands are outright to champ ULC. So these people kind of just want ULC gone. If I get their game back, child endangerment, it's going to be unappealable by Roblox. So that's pretty simple. I just make text saying I love CP and stuff like that. Which is kind of crazy. Before I think it's instantly banned by Roblox. Which is that unlike UFS, they're motivated not entertainment, rather just to get ULC gone. Which is petty, I will admit. I don't really know their motives, but it's petty, and I don't like petty stuff. If they did truly care about such things, that there were incriminated staff members in ULC's team, would it not be simply more efficient to contact me directly so I may resolve the problem? There was a case with a former in-game moderator, Blair, who just recently had accusations that I won't be getting into because they were resolved a couple weeks ago and it's not really relevant anymore. But this further proves that they have no real reason to do this other than to simply bring ULC down with whatever hodgepodge of evidence they can put together and make a metaphorical profit by obtaining ULC's files in the meantime. Hodgepodge, great word, 10 out of 10 word. I'm wondering what motivated them to use this word. That's the only thing I got out of this paragraph here, is hodgepodge. Additionally, there's proof that they're not actually certain about their claims. They keep saying they're gonna do a lot of stuff like blackmail and stuff like that, but they keep contradicting their statements. They're not. It's kind of odd. They're not sure what they really want to do. But UFO is a ULC dev who is meant to be implicated in the document, but there is a severe lack of concrete evidence to warrant action at the time of writing. Simon Blackmailing and the interest of Kyubixx something about UFO. Not sure. I just saw evidence of user being sort of a KFC bucket. So stuff right here. So pretty you know, they directly state that they're associated and they're not really scared of hiding it either. This is from a private GC wherein several members. What is that noise? Oh my god. This is from what seems to be a private GC wherein several members loosely associated with Rail Safe Protector, including this guy who keeps coming up. I'm just gonna say Leet. Yeah, Leet from KFC Bucket proposing the idea of blackmail. So yeah, this is, you know, we can tell them if they don't help us back out of the game, we'll put them in the dock. So, they just want to backdoor on UFS, they just want to get in, just want to be able to put scripts into the game, exploit it, and get the file, stuff like that. All they want. But, evidence of this GC here, this is GC made. There's a slur here, I can't really show that. I don't even know if I can show the P word. So So I think I might just blur that as well. But you get the point. Here's the associates. There's also screenshots which link this whole document further to UFS and Browser Protector. Yeah, this is past controversy with some ULC devs about pedophilia, which I'm pretty sure was debunked in a result months ago. But this explains this whole stuff, that the Kazuma they're talking about is Kazuma B is a former ULC trial member who months ago had allegations brought against him of sexual misconduct with a user named I don't know. However, these allegations are old and were already settled by both parties. They intend to claim that Backsay was manipulated into forgiving Kazuma and used that as an angle to attack other ULC developers, most notably Ian, who is Kazuma B's current boyfriend. It's very important to note that these old allegations are previously resolved, which just shows how much they intend to dig up in order to make this plan of theirs work. Additionally, in relation to nitpicking of what is evidence for the document, they have taken messages out of context, especially current ULC developers Tempchips, who has said in response to be called a degenerate as a joke with no real elaboration, that he's too Sigma to be affected by the negative things that people say about him. Yeah, every single one's a degenerate, blah 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 blah. Obviously, this seems pretty blatant to be exaggerative. You can obviously see he's not serious here, but if we consider this outing to the other logs, there's still no proof. I believe this is also relevant to mention how interesting is that they rely on KFC Bucket's association for their grand plan, which is displayed publicly transphobic and racist varying in severity remarks in the UFS Discord, courtesy of the immunity that Ross Protector and UFS staff afford him. So there's obviously Sir here, they blurred it out for me. A lot of this video is probably very graphic verbally, so that's why it was included, and it doesn't really matter what they put in the UFS Discord because they have immunity because they have a file. So which is false. They just led them to believe they have the file, so they gained immunity. This is the document that they formed. These are credits from the document here's credits from the document that KFC Bucket made. You know, the people who were associated with it. I think they stuck a name or two here that wasn't really associated to get them in trouble or something like that, but that might be false. So here's some further details of, now they're going to be like dissecting their document, proving it false. Firstly, here's a specific screenshot that they intended to use against Tenchip. I think this is Tempchip. I hope Ned can forgive me. It was when he blocked me also from how old is Tempchip. He found his Tempchip. It was pink, like it was blah 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 blah. He ignores allegations you think you will see brain. It's a groomer for many public to this day. Furthermore, that pink toy Tempchip allegedly had sent was a speech bubble gif, which many people besides him have used additionally. So it seems like a pink adult toy. Like I can't clear this up exactly. There's no like proof of what he exactly sent, but it must have been a commonly used joke gif. That's how they describe it here, essentially. And additionally, it's important to note that many accusations Tempchip has had being weird around minors, quote unquote, are flawed themselves because as of writing, Tempchip is friend with 15, not the AOC, you know. Okay, awesome. He's not the Alexandria Cortez, and definitely not an adult, thus making him also a minor. These are just some examples such as the allegations brought against Just Egg and UFO. They tend to back both these for being involved with a quote-unquote ERP server owned by previously accused individual Swap. However, similarly to Tempchip, there is no real concrete evidence of this at all. In fact, in my limited conversations with Ross Protector when I was attempting to resolve this reasonably in private, I was not provided any proof outright of them being there to begin with. There were eyewitness confirmations and later confirmations that they were in a friend server. There's no proof that the ERP happened, especially not with UFO, who's their primary target for such accusations. I do not know entirely what is in the document, as again, it is not out at the time of writing this. However, I have attempted to elaborate and to an extent defend what I can, so that if and when it does release, you have some context as to the true intentions behind the document itself and the allegations it contains. But what I want you, the community, or whoever is reading this, to take away, he's talking about me, he's talking about what I want Kyubixx to do. This is what he wants Kyubixx to do. Is that the people, he wants me to understand, is that the people are not attacking ULC for some noble cause or with the intent to out bad people. They are attacking ULC with the intent to blackmail and threaten the developers for their own gain, using flawed sources of information and vague evidence which can be easily turned away, and attempting to prove that ULC is a grimy community with pedophiles at the top. They've gone through a heavy collaborative process and still turned up with less than the bare minimum. If they're going to release this document when I post this message, which is likely they will, I hope I have provided you enough information to know if it's truly in the right here. When this document comes out, if there are any severe allegations I have not already addressed, I will address them in another public service, as I did for the aleatorio situation a few months ago. That being said, I will now leave with this message for you. As for the people who are involved in this petty malicious attack, especially the ones who I presume to be my friend, who are scheming behind my back, do not intentionally go out of your way to harass or attack them. It is not worth your time. From, Joe22, owner of Undertale. This was their document to, this was in place, before, this came out right before the KFC bucket document. I'm not allowed to comment or give my opinion on either side of the quote unquote beef. I'm not really interested in giving my opinion or like taking what I'm gonna take from it personally. But that's kind of what's just in the doc. So here's the other doc that was put out by UFS and KFC Bucket. This has some stuff we've already seen or heard from in the ULC doc, which they tried to prepare like a counter argument for. I'm guessing there's going to be some more in-depth information on stuff that wasn't as clear in the ULC doc. Another Darkwood Studio is the group responsible for overseeing Undertale's quarter, the one made after the original ULC upon Adrian's leave. Temship and Cosmo are high staff members of Darkwood Studios. One of our members was alerted by one of Cosmo's victims of his actions, so we decided to take action about that by creating this Google Doc that exposes his dirty hands. Along the way, we also found very questionable stuff about Temship, which we are digging Temship when we were digging for more dirt on Cosmo. On August 25th, the Google document was leaked to the ULC staff. Now they're actively trying to hide it and defending pedophiles that are on their side. This proves the validity of this Google document. Bear in mind that all evidence we have done does not 100% cover up all of what Cosmo did, and there may be much worse that's been done. So at the time of reading this, I'm sick. if you couldn't tell already, I'm sick. But so basically, this kind of restates what some stuff was said in the other document that what Cosmo was involved in the past, and they are trying to bring it back up again, which I won't. It is false. Here's the evidence about Cosmo B. Vexay, a victim of Cosmo, speaks out against Oliver for sending him a picture of his private part, despite Vexay being a literal minor. Okay, so this was in May. This was in May of this year, and I actually remember some of this stuff happening. And apparently this was resolved. Apparently Vexay did make a statement regarding this situation and how they do not endorse what they did or accept them for it, but they are willing to accept their apologies and see them as a new person who has moved on, because they were in a bad mental state at the time. But it's not stuff that's really come up for a long time because it was resolved. But this is stuff from around that time. I was 16 when I sent and received pics. As he said, he was 16, but he lied. He was older at the time, I believe. But if you are under 18, there's an explicit photo that photo illegally must be erased. When my pic was deleted and Cosmo B spread, it pics like 6 people. Like, I can prove I was a bit pressured into sending it, but I can blame myself for being groomed. Oopsies, my bad. Reason I beat it. Cosmo B pressured me into sending dick pics. At peak, Vexay is the victim, and I would 95% sure say they are not at fault for anything. So back to present day. This is present day. Okay, so the person above is Ian, who's the developer that was involved in the previous doc for being associated with Cosmo and quote-unquote defending them. So here they say Cosmo is still Trello because he did not do anything, and the supposed victim, the confirmed evidence, the supposed victim here is Vexay in question. which they respond more like, I forgave Kazuma, acknowledged he has made efforts to change. And Bend here sends this like this gif in response to this statement. But they state that Kazuma is still manipulating Vexay, which I don't see how. But more like he forgave. This doesn't really seem like manipulation. This seems a little genuine, because Vexay is known to be more mature about situations like this. As I should warn, there's also stuff in this document which is explicit. But Kazuma here admits to the grooming allegation under the guise of consent, even though people are involved, and minors cannot consent. And his trials are charged as fuck, so we can all gave consent. I'll try to pretend I didn't give proof. Blah blah blah. I'm not sure when the date this was sent, but this is really old stuff. Screenshot of Kazuma being racist and a degenerate. So here there's usage of the soft N-word here, and homophobic slurs, which aren't really used in offensive context, but they were said. Here they joke about rape, which I don't really endorse, but I don't believe he was seriously speaking here. So here's more screenshots saying about people being hugely sensitive, and harasses his boyfriend for being too sexual, quote unquote, and that being sexual is bad and will get him nowhere in life. Ian is 15 and joking most of the time. So he kind of got stuff on Hosteg for not liking his boyfriend, and there's a lot of petty drama going on here, which is really too associated with what was said above. So on to Temship. These are the same. These are the same screenshots from the ULC document about this person being sent something questionable by Temship. So when he was addressed, when it was addressed to him, he kind of just puts it aside, which I don't think was the best move here. But I don't believe, as I said, as stated in the ULC document, it seemed to be a commonly reused joke. The GIF. So here, if you want the image, here you go. And then I can find an image of my POV, my setup. Don't know the truth. And so after he exposed as the groomer, it's just sleazy dude. It's certified. Okay, so here, adding on to this, there's only 6% of this wasn't because he grew someone by sending nitro, trying to ERP them. That would never be excusable despite the victim doing something horrible. So Temship confirms that he sent the content said here. I'm not really going to say it all because it's disgusting. But he sent this after he was exposed as a groomer to kind of taunt him. It was a little weird, but I wouldn't describe it as incriminating. So here there's more. This is another screenshot that was used in the ULC document on how Temship here was joking about being degenerate and stuff. He states he's a 2 Sigma to be bothered with negative things said about him. He admits to the entire being gooners and degenerates, probably with no shame here. So here, there's this screenshot covering that. Another screenshot about the Darkwood Studio staff team apparently being degenerates. Seems a little genuine here, though. I will admit this TMs do seem genuine. And then they speak about more devs and their ex and stuff. Streaky art. Apparently this guy drills, yeah. Some weird stuff. I will say. The lead artist, Just Egg, you'll see, who designs my characters / reference that actually does all the SoundCloud art. I love that SoundCloud, by the way. Cat made started when I first saw it, and UFO never removed it. That's Temship apparently. When addressed by his members being involved with NSFW servers. So a place to dedicate to most pornography. to 18 or less. So Griffin Jackson, who drew NSF PFPs for her, owned a NSFW ERP Discord server and one their lead mesh maker, UFO, responsible for complicated meshes of ULC, makes NSF pornography voice chats and pornography channels around minors. Multiple people can witness to this, such as Azazel, and others. Once attempted to be handled, people involved tried to argue the age of consent of law, which can be seen above. So here's a person who owns the quote-unquote NSFW server above. And next on to this person who's also arguing the age of consent, which I will not comment on, but there's DMs here. Some members being under 18 involved with this NSFW Discord, which I do not endare. So Blair's Twitter has for a long time. So this is other drama that was covered up a couple weeks back. Former ULC moderator text by ULC owner Joey's sexual interactions with said user. Blair, the person writing it, has probably added for fat. Blah 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 blah. Kyubixx was it happening a while ago. Think as I said before, this stuff was debunked. It wasn't them apparently. They are not in ownership of said Twitter account. All the messages Blair and Joey have together. Dog Joey is mad into Blair. Okay. Well, God, if I was selling the USC data, I was screen diagram Joey and Blair attention in general. Okay, so then the credits at the end. So yeah, some people were left out with the credits, and there's this person. But this little section at the end that wasn't really addressed much in the ULC doc mainly focuses on their developers being involved in NSFW discords while being underage, or advertising NSFW in discords to underage individuals. Arguments about the age of consent and underage people being in NSFW VCs and such, and this little section here mainly focuses on drama from a couple weeks ago that currently, as I'm making this video, ULC is shut down for security issues.
So as I'm finishing this video, ULC is actually in its second maintenance period. It was reopened and then closed again because of the same hacking and exploiting issues, but take that as you will.
I don't really make these types of videos. I'm not sure if I should, but I want to cover this because this is probably the biggest thing that's happened to ULC since it was shut down back in, like, I don't know, 2022 or something like that. 2021, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. I'll see you guys later.